Okie doke, let's get into our yoga practice today. Bit of emphasis around neck and shoulders. We will hit the entire body because it would be rude not to. Bring yourself into whatever a comfortable seated position is while we just settle into our bodies today. Remembering that you can be on a chair. If sitting on the floor is not comfortable, you can use any cushions or bolsters to sit on and sit how you feel comfortable. So sitting with your legs crossed isn't comfortable, maybe you're on your shins, maybe, your legs are out in front. What we're looking for is lengthen the spine, shoulders drop down, ribs tucked in, chin slightly tucked in. And we're trying to find this posture with as little effort as possible. So if your muscles are tight, if your body's tired, this might feel like an effort, in which case sit with your back supported against something, take the effort away. Let the back of the hands just rest on your lap. Maybe wiggle the fingers out a few times to check you're not holding tension there. And let the hands relax. Taking an exhaling breath where you're really fully trying to empty the lungs. And then as you're breathing in, noticing where your breath is moving into the lungs. So are you chest breathing, or are you getting the breath down deeper into those lower lobes? If you're finding that your breath is getting stuck in the upper part of your chest, maybe place your hands onto the lower ribs. And as you're breathing in, think about sending the breath down towards the hands so that you can feel the rib cage moving out. And ideally breathing in through the nose, but if that's not available to you today, then breathing just breathe how you can. As you're breathing out, either out through the nose or out through the mouth. Just finding a rhythm that feels comfortable and steady for you. And as you're taking these breaths, can you notice in your body, is there any part of your body that's maybe highlighting tension or tightness, pain or discomfort? Maybe a part of your body that needs some more movement that you've not noticed before until you've started doing this breath work. Just take another 2 breaths here. At the end of your next exhale, if your eyes are closed over, gently flutter them open. And then just give your body whatever movement is telling you it needs. So does it need some shoulder rolls? Does it need a stretch up? Do you need to change the position that you're sitting in? Do you need something else? And then let's get into our hands massage. If you're using a cream or oil, I'm going to pop a drop on. And then rub the hands together to start to generate some heat. Consciously roll your shoulders back and down, get them away from your ears. And then taking the palm of your hand onto the back of the opposite, and then switching sides. Maybe coming up the wrist and the forearm if your sleeves allow. And then start to massage up each finger and the space between the fingers with some intention. So noticing how things feel both on the palm side of the hand and on the back of the hand. And just at your own pace, working your way across the hand. And if there is a particular area of tension, you might spend longer at that point. Or if your skin's particularly dry in part of your hand, you might spend a bit longer there or put a bit more cream on. So you're observing the hand that you're massaging, but also notice the hand that's doing the massaging. How is that feeling while it's massaging? Is it getting tired quickly? Are there any aches and pains there? And you're ready to switch over to the other hand. And notice, is there different tension points in this hand than on the other hands? And very likely there is, because few of us are ambidextrous. I'll check in with your breath again. Have you been holding your breath as you've been focusing on your hands? And then we're going to take our index finger and press down in the webbing between the thumb and the opposite index finger. So just pressing down there and noticing how that webbing feels. We do this on our feet as well, but we've not done this on our hands before. And then we're going to take that index finger to the space between the middle finger and the index finger. Just pressing down, noticing if you're holding tension, working your way across into the individual spaces. And then can you press down on all of the spaces at the same time, noticing any particular tension or discomfort there. And going in from the palm side and then coming to the outside and pressing down from the top side, and just notice if that feels any different. And then we'll do the same thing over on the other side. Index finger presses down into the individual webbing, working your way across your hands. And then all of them at the same time from the palm sides. And then from the top sides. And then give the hands a shake off. Link the fingers and give your hands a squeeze. Now as you're squeezing the hands together, check that the shoulders are not popping up, so keep them down. And then we're going to change the length of our fingers, so lengthen them out, switch them all over to the other side and give that a squeeze. Go back to the original way and squeeze. And noticing the difference in your grip strength as you switch the fingers from one side to the other. The way that's more unfamiliar to you, it might feel a bit weaker, or it might feel the same. Just alternate that a couple more times. And then bring it to the comfortable way. And heel of the hands together and circle the wrists. So a few circles one way, a few circles the other. And then release the fingers off, give the hands a shake. We're going to come down to the feet to get the feet done. So just in your position so you can access one of your feet. I would recommend having a bolster or a pillow to let your thigh rest on, so that you're not tensing up your hip as you access your foot. So a little bit of cream or oil. Massage that in, warm the foot up. Noticing the temperature of your foot. How warm or cold is it today? And the texture of the sole of your foot at all the different points, so around the heel, around the ball of the foot, across the tops of the toes. Noticing the top of the foot. So just massaging in. And you can use your thumbs, you can use your knuckles, the heel of your hands, whatever allows you to get into your foot appropriately. Now have a check of your posture here. When we're accessing the foot posture, we possibly more leaned forward, but I want you just to check that you've not collapsed down, so try and stay tall through the spine here. Getting it in around the heel and the ankle. And then let's go to each toe individually. So pull the toe long, hold towards the back of your foot with your other hand, and circle the toe around a couple of times each way, just getting that movement into the knuckle joint. Work your way across the toes. And then once you have done all of the toes like we did with the hand, we're going to use the index finger to press down in the webbing between big toe and second toe. And then get on to the next. So just work at your own pace in between each of the toes. And we haven't done coming in from the top side before, so let's come in from the top side and see if that feels any different. And if you had already been coming in from the top side, come in from the bottom sides. And then once you've done all four spaces, we then start to slide all the fingers through and out between the toes. So if your feet are really tight, today if they're really cold, might not be much movement there. We're just trying to warm that up. My feet are particularly cold this morning. And then can you get your fingers in between the toes, holding towards the ankle, pull the foot long. You're pulling those toes long and then you're going to wring the foot out. And we're going to keep the fingers in between the toes, take the other hand away and circle the ankle using the hand, so as passively as you can. And then releasing the fingers out from between the toes. And let's go to the other sides. Bring life into the other foot. Creamer oil on. Observing the state of this foot. So does the skin feel different to texture? If you've got dry skin or hard skin, anyway, is that in different places or in the same places as the other foot? Are you holding tension in this foot differently? Just like we're left and right handed, or left and right footed. We will have foot that we prefer to stand into more than the other. And that can be through history of injury, postural habits, just exploring how this foot feels. Quick check in with your breath and your posture. And then we're going to go to each of these toes individually. So we'll hold to the back of the foot with one hand, pull the toe long and circle the toe round, getting that movement into the knuckle joint. And then work your way across the toes. And then let's press down into the webbing with your index finger. Excuse me. Working your way across the toes. And doing it from, if you've gone from the underside, then go in from the top side and vice versa. Coming in from that top side, it's unfamiliar, definitely feels different when you press down. And then you can start to slide the fingers through and out between the toes. And then you can get the fingers in between the toes and pull the foot long, bring the foot out. And then can we circle around at the ankle, a few circles each way. And gently easing fingers out from between the toes. And then coming back into a comfortable seated position. It might be different from how we started, it might be the same as we started. We're going to come up to the neck. Before we go to the neck, we're going to release the shoulders actually. So let's circle the shoulders round and notice how much movement we have there, how crunchy they sound, how clicky they sound. As we're moving the shoulders round, is the spine getting involved in the movement? So your ribs wiggling forward and back, is your head bobbing forward and back? We squeeze the shoulder blades together, taking the hands behind, keeping the ribs tucked in, and then bringing the shoulder blades forward, bringing the hands forward without rounding the spine. So we're just thinking about these shoulder blades, squeezing back and coming forward. How much movement do we have there? And then let the hands come down to the sides, pull the shoulder up to the ears, and then can we pull them down, really try and make the neck as long as possible. Again, notice if the spine's getting involved here, can we keep the spine tall, sliding those shoulder blades up, and pulling them all the way down. One more time, sliding them up, and bringing them down. Now, if you have a strap or belt, you want to get hold of that. Could be a resistance band, could be your scarf, could be the belt off your trousers. If you have a buckle or clips, make sure that you're holding that end so that's not swinging about, it doesn't whack you in the face. I'm going to take the strap or belt or band behind. I'm just going to turn around so you can see what I'm doing. I've got it across the shoulder blades and then holding the arms out long. Now, as I'm here, I'm thinking about squeezing the shoulder blades together so that some of these upper back muscles are helping hold the arms up, and this is not all on the shoulder muscles. So here, squeeze those shoulder blades together and keep your ribs tucked in. We don't want to be thrusting the chest forward. And then start to rotate round. Now keep your wrists in line with your shoulders. And then go round to the other side. What we want to avoid is the hand coming forward. This is really nice to do if you have a broom handle, because obviously the broom handle holds you rigidly and you can use it just as a lever to pull you around further. But in absence of a broom handle, a belt is sufficient. Let's do one more round. Come back to the centre, relax the arms down, give the shoulders a release. We're going to take our hands a bit narrower on the strap. So take your arms out, away from the body. That's roughly the length, the width that we want. I'm going to bring the arms up overhead. Now again, as we're coming up overhead, we're thinking about dropping the shoulder blades back and down so the shoulders are not up around the ears. And just seeing how far up you can get that strap. If you can't get your arms in line with your ears, that's fine. If you're forward here and that's the range of movement you have, that's where you move to. You're not forcing anything. So exhale as you're bringing the strap up. And inhale as you come back down. Notice those shoulder blades at the back. We want them sliding in towards each other so we don't dislocate our arm from our shoulder bone. Bringing that up just to where it feels okay. If you are hypermobile and you can get your arms back very easily, you have to be even more conscious of upper arm bones are into the shoulder sockets, shoulder blades are in towards each other. I'm going to go one more time here. And then bring that down. Bring one hand a bit closer in. Give the shoulders a couple of rolls. And I'm going to bring the strap up. Now I'm going to turn around again so that you can see what I'm doing from behind. I'm going to bring our right arm down to the sides, let the left arm bend, and then bring the left arm down so the strap's behind you. And then you're going to bring your right hand round to bring the strap in front. We'll bring that up, right hand goes down, left hand comes down, right hand comes all the way around. We bring that up, right hand down, left hand down, right hand brings it round. One more time going this way, right, then left, right hand comes round. We're going to go up and then we're going to go left hand down, right hand down, left hand brings the strap to the beginning. You come up, left down, right down, left all the way round. 2 more times, going to the left first, left, then right, and left round, and up, and left down, right hand down, and left all the way round. Bring that into some shoulder rolls. You can pop your strap to the side for the moment. Let's link the fingers and reach the hands up. As we're reaching up, let's lift the ribs up away from the hips and give that a wiggle. So your shoulders will have lifted slightly. Do some twists and turns here. Take an inhale, reach right up. As you're exhaling, bringing that down, give the shoulders a couple of rolls at the bottom. Then let's let the shoulders settle, just now come up into the neck. Pull the chin in, give yourself a little bit of a double chin. Now if your chest is thrusting forward here, tuck it in. If you can't tuck the chin in without the chest thrusting forward, then sit with your back against something so that you've got support there that you can press the ribs against. Just intentional double chin and then let it relax. Intentional double chin and let it relax. And again, and let it relax. And again, and let it relax. One more time. Pull it in. And then let it relax. We're going to lift the chin up away from the chest without letting the head drop off the back of the neck. We're keeping the neck nice and long, thinking about opening the throat. Push your bottom jaw up towards the ceiling so you get this deep stretch in the neck. Hold that for a couple of breaths, and if it triggers a yawn, let your body yawn, let that release happen, and then come back into the stretch. Bring that chin in, bring the chin down. Now you're going to turn your head about 45 degrees, so halfway between looking right over your shoulder. So just turn your head, pull the chin in, giving yourself that wee bit of a double chin here. Might feel a bit more awkward. Let it relax, and then lift the chin up. So again, keep the neck long, jaw pushing up towards the ceiling. And just get this extra stretch down the opposite side. Noticing how that feels. Notice if your jaw feels tight on this side as you're pushing up. And you might bring your hand in and give it a bit of a massage if that feels nice there. If you feel particularly tight. Bring the jaw in, bring the chin down, go to the other side. So about 45 degrees, pull the chin in, give yourself a double chin. Notice what you feel, how you feel on this side. Let that relax, lift the chin up, push the jaw forward. Notice how it feels on this side. You want to bring your hand in and massage anything. Bring the chin in, bring the chin down, bring your head to the centre. Thinking about nice long neck, might help for you to bring your index finger onto your chin just to hold the chin in place as you tilt the head to the side. We're looking for length down this side of the neck. We want the shoulder to drop down away from the ear, so we're not pulling the shoulder up. Take a couple of breaths here. And slowly bringing the skull up. Chin in. Tilt to the other side. Get that length down the side of the neck. Check that this opposite shoulder has not crept up to the ear. Dropping that down. Bringing it up, tilt to the other side. Now when we've got the stretch on this side, we're going to rotate the skull to look down towards the shoulder. And then rotate the skull up to look towards the ceiling. So anything that feels uncomfortable, doesn't feel right, don't do it. Just seeing if you can get movement there. Bring it back. Bring your head up to the centre. Let's tilt it to the other side. Chin in. Tilt the head. Feel the stretch. Then we slowly rotate down towards the shoulder. Slowly rotate up towards the ceiling. Bringing that back. And bringing the head back into centre. Give the shoulders a roll again. And if you need to change position, please change position at any time if you start to feel uncomfortable. We're going to take our arms out wide. As we're going out wide, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Push the chest forward, look up. And then we're going to start to bring the arms in, bring the chest down, send the breastbone back. We're going to give ourselves a hug. So take one arm over the top of the other, wrap your arms around yourself, let your chin drop into your chest. Send the breastbone back. Notice which arm's the top arm, because I want you to have the different top arm the next time. Inhale, open out, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the chest, look up. And then as you're exhaling, bring it in, other arms to the top arm, give yourself a hug, wrap the arms, drop the chin, send the breastbone back. Nice deep breath in at the ends. Let's inhale, open out. And as we're exhaling, wrap the arms, switching the top arm again. So we're back to the first arm being the top arm. Send the breastbone backwards, let the chin drop down. We're taking some steady breaths here and just do a little bit of a twist from side to side. So giving yourself that hug, that squeeze, getting a bit of movement into the spine. Take a deep breath in. So breathing out, lifting up. Inhale, open fully up. And then one more time, switching the arm as the top arm, bring that in, bring it over, chin into chest, send the breastbone back. And then a little bit of a twist here. Nice deep breaths in and out. And then releasing it back into the centre. Now we're going to come over onto our stomach first. Now we did this, I remember if we did this last week or a couple of weeks ago. You might want a pillow or a cushion to put under your chest, just so that you don't crush your chest. It's uncomfortable. We're going to lie out on our tummies in a T shape. We just have this pillow. So, arms out in a T shape, your head is turned towards one arm. If your shoulders are up at your chin, drop the shoulders back and down. We're going to get a stretch in through front of your shoulder. So the hand that you're looking towards, you're going to bend that knee so that the ankle comes over the knee. And you're going to take this foot across the body, letting the hip lift, letting the waist twist, taking the weight onto your opposite shoulder, the front of your opposite shoulder. Now, if this is intense, it's really painful in your chest, then back out of it. If you're okay here, can you stay here for a couple of breaths? Your foot's only planted on the floor as much as it's okay for the front of the shoulder. No egos here. If you're still in position, release it back and then turn your heads to the other side. If the shoulder's up at the chin, drop it back and down. Bend that knee, take the foot across and go onto the front of the opposite shoulder. Taking a couple of breaths in and out here. And then gently bringing that back to the centre. Sliding the arms in and then pushing yourself up onto your hands and knees. But when you come up onto your hands and knees, make sure you engage the tummy muscles as you lift yourself up so that you're not collapsing into the lower back. Knees underneath the hips. Check upper arm bones are into the shoulder socket, so if it helps, sit back, lift the arms up, draw the upper arm bones into the shoulder sockets to set the hands in the right width for you. And then let's do some cat and cow from here. So we're going to tuck the tailbone under and then work your way up the spine. So come through the lower back, then through the waist, send the breastbone up, bring the chin down and into the chest. So looking for that length in the spine. Take a deep breath in at your end point. As you're breathing out, let's start from the tailbone again. So keep that chin tucked in. Start from the tailbone, come through the lower back, through the waist, through the rib cage, sending the breastbone down, lifting the chin last. You can inhale at that end point. And starting from the tailbone again, so don't be tempted to move from the chin. Start from the tailbone, work up through the waist, through the breastbone, chin coming in last. Take a deep breath in here. As you're breathing out from the tailbone one more time, sending the tailbone out. And through the waist, through the ribs, breastbone down, lifting through the chest. You can inhale here, and then as you exhale, bring yourself into a neutral position. Do a little bit of threading the needle here. So let's take the hands to the temple, open the chest out, rotate the chest in. We're going to stay on the same side, open out, and bring that in. If you want to make this movement bigger as you open out, take your hand up towards the ceiling. You can keep your hand at the temple. If your hand's up, you want to bring it more as you come down. Slide the hand under the opposite, bringing the shoulder down towards the floor. Bringing it up. So just work at the range that feels right for you. Now notice as you're coming through this movement, if your shins start to lift away from the floor, can you keep them pressed down? Your body's looking for its path of least resistance. And if you're tight somewhere, it'll compensate in other places. We're going to do this one more time. Opening out and closing in. And then bringing that back to tabletop, go to the other side. So starting just fingertips at the temple, rotate the breastbone out and in. And then either staying here or going bigger with the movement, reaching up and reaching through, just at a pace that works for you. We're not rushing it. Again, notice if your shins are pulling up away from the floor, where is your body looking for that path of least resistance? Last one. If child's pose is a nice place for you to take a rest from there, take the knees wider, sit the hips back, let the forearms come to the floor. If the forehead reaches to the floor, let it settle, don't force it. If it's more comfortable to make fists and let your forehead rest on your fists, go there. From here, gently roll the spine up. We're going to come over onto our back to do the rest of the moves on our back or on the floor. So if you haven't got your bolsters and blankets handy, get them close by so that once we've done this, when it comes to relaxation, you can just pull them over you without disturbing yourself too much. So when you're ready, making your way over onto your back. Knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Let your body settle in here. Have the palms spaced up, allow the chest and the front of the shoulders to be open. Check that the back of the neck is long so the chin's pointing down the body and not up towards the ceiling. If your neck is tight, then put the pillow in at the back of the head and just take away that pressure. Rest there, the weight of the back of the pelvis settled into the floor, soles of the feet resting in. And as we're exhaling, we're going to press the feet and shoulders into the floor, tuck the tailbone under, come up into shoulder bridge. We're going to hold at the top of shoulder bridge. As you're inhaling, let's bring the arms up. Reach through the middle fingers as you take the arms overhead. Now, if your shoulders are tight, your arms might come out more in a T shape than overhead. So just see what angle feels best for them to come out. We're going to keep the arms where they are as we exhale the spine back down, getting this extra stretch through the armpits, through the waist, through the ribs. And then as you inhale, bring the arms back to the start. Exhale the hips up. Inhale the arms out. Exhale the hips down. Inhale the arms back. So the arms, you can either squeeze them round at the sides, or you can bring them up and over from the way they came. So just maybe have a play around and see which return feels nicer for you. Let's exhale the hips up. Inhale the arms out. Exhale the hips down. Inhale the arms back. Exhale the hips up. Inhale the arms out. Exhale the hips down. Inhale the arms back. 2 more times. Exhale the hips up. Inhale the arms. Exhale the hips back. Inhale the arms. And then this last one, let's be really intentional with the movements. We're exhaling those hips up. Keep the tailbone tucked under, length through the back of the body. Inhale, reach the arms as far and as wide as you can. As we're exhaling hips down, you can really slide the backside towards the heels, looking for that length in the spine, length in the back of the body, length of the armpits. And then inhale, squeeze those arms back. From here, let's take the arms out wide and take the knees over to one side. So bring your feet about shoulder width apart and let the knees drop over to one side. Turn your head away from those knees. We're in this nice twist through the spine, the chest is open, shoulder blades are pressing down towards the floor. The hands that we're looking towards, so we're going to bend that elbow and we're going to keep our eyes on the fingertips as we bring the hands up and over to meet the other hands. Then we're going to go back the way we came, so keep those eyes on the fingertips. Slow and controlled with your movement. Eyes are on the fingertips, bringing the arm up and over. Let the palms meet. Go back the way you came. Then you can either stay with this move or once you've opened out wide, can you bring that arm up around the top of the head? And let the palms meet, and then go back the way you came, so fingertips on the floor, reaching out as long as you can. Now, if that doesn't feel good in your shoulder, then go back to the open and closing that we did previously. Up around the top of the head if you can. So whichever version, whichever option you're doing here, check you're not holding your breath at any point. We'll go one more time back to opening out wide. And then just pause here for a couple of breaths, noticing how your body feels in that twist. Bring your head back to the centre. Bring the knees up to the centre. Take the knees over to the other sides. Turn your head away from the knees. Just having a couple of breaths here, allowing your body to settle in. Then that hand that you're looking to, a slight bend in the elbows, you pick the hand up. Eyes on the fingertips, all the way up and over, let the palms meet. Eyes on the fingertips as the palm comes up and over, open and out. And observing what you feel in your body on this side. Do you feel things in different places? Are you aware of different parts of your body here? Are you keeping a steady breath? And then we open out wide. On this one, you've got the option to continue with that opening and close, or going around the top of the head. And then back the way you came. And then when you come back out wide, bring your head to the centre, bring the knees up to the centre, bringing the knees up in towards the chest. One hand on each shin and gently rock from side to side. And then let's place one hand on each knee and circle the knees around. Just massaging the lower back into the floor. Changing the direction. And then letting the feet settle. Back onto the floor. Let's cross your right leg over the left. Take your arms away from the body. And then let the knees go to the right. So you're just getting this gentle pull through the front of the left hip. Bring the knees back up to the centre. Uncrossing that right leg. Cross the left leg over. Take the knees to the left. Getting that stretch through the front of your right hip. Bring that back up to the centre. Uncrossing that leg. And then having a check-in with your body. Is there any movements that your body needs today? Something that we maybe haven't done yet? Maybe there's something that you really love doing that we just haven't covered. Give your body whatever movement it wants, needs, or likes. And then we're going to get ready to go into relaxation. So when you're coming into relaxation, different positions you can have your body in. If you've got anything going on at the lower back where you need that to relax, you might keep your knees bent, take the feet wide and let the knees rest against each other. Or if you prefer your legs being out long, you might have some pillows or bolsters underneath your knees. If there's nothing going on at the lower back and you're comfortable to have the legs out long, toes flopped out to the sides, have your feet wider than your hips. Hands are either out away from the body with the palms faced up or resting somewhere on your body, whichever feels most comfortable, most settling for you. So any blankets, socks, anything that you need to be cozy and comfortable as we go through this guided meditation, then please give your body what it needs. We want to be able to be as settled and undisturbed as possible as we go through guided relaxation. As you settle, as you get comfortable, I want you to check in from the crown of the head to the tips of the toes. Does anything need to be adjusted or moved for you to remain undisturbed for the rest of today's practice? Bring your awareness into the body and the position of the body. Making any necessary adjustments. Then bringing your awareness into your breath. And like we did at the start, follow your breath as it's moving in and moving out. Has your breathing rhythm, pattern, depth changed at all from today's practice? If you were feeling any restrictions or discomfort with the breath previously, has anything there changed? If it helps, it might be useful to imagine coolness and calmness coming in with your inhaling breath and allowing your cares and worries to float away with the exhaling breath. Breathing in coolness and calmness. Breathing out the cares and worries are floating away. Just allowing the body to become heavier and heavier. Know that your body is fully supported by the floor and the surface that you're resting on. Let go of any effort. We're going to bring an intention to mind, something that you wish to come true, cultivate more of within your life. And we're going to set it in a short I am statement. And it could be I am calm, I am peaceful, I am organized, I am whatever it is that you feel that you need to bring into your everyday life. And repeat that to yourself 3 times with feeling, awareness, and certainty. And if nothing particular comes to mind, I am as a complete statement. We're then going to take a trip throughout the body, allowing the mind to jump from one part to the next. Take your awareness into your right hand, to the thumb, second finger, third, fourth, fifth. Palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, right toes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take your awareness to the left hand and to the thumb, the second finger, third, fourth, fifth. Palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, left toes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move your awareness to the back of the body and to the back of the head where it touches to the floor. Back of the head, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, the spine, right buttock, left buttock, back of the right thigh, back of the left thigh, back of the right calf, back of the left calf, the right heel, the left heel. And now we'll move to the top of the body. And we'll start at the top of the head. Top of the head, forehead, both sides of the head, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, eyebrow centre, right eyelid, left eyelid, right eye, left eye, right ear, left ear, right cheek, left cheek, right nostril, left nostril, upper lip, lower lip, chin, jaw, throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right chest, left chest, middle of the chest, upper abdomen, lower abdomen, the navel, right groin, left groin, right thigh, left thigh, right kneecap, left kneecap, right shin, left shin, right ankle, left ankle, right toes, left toes, the whole of the right leg, the whole of the left leg, both legs together, the whole of the right arm, the whole of the left arm, both arms together, the whole of the front and back together, the whole of the head together, the whole body, the whole body, the whole body. Have full awareness of your body and the contact points that it has with the floor. Have awareness of the natural flow of your breath as it moves in and out of the lungs. Awareness of body, awareness of breath. Bring to mind that intention that you set a few minutes ago and repeat it again in the same short positive statement with maximum feeling, awareness, and certainty. Relax all efforts. Have awareness of your body, awareness of your breath. Start to become familiar with the position that your body is lying in on the floor. Starting to become aware of your surroundings, maybe listening out for any sounds that you can hear. So I'm going to leave you here now to take your own time bringing yourself round. When you feel ready to, you start to introduce some movements to your fingers, to your toes, stretching yourself out, hugging your knees in, coming to lie on your left side for a few rounds of breath, and only when you feel ready to, do you sit yourself up and open your eyes, and then today's practice will be complete. Thank you very much for joining me today.